Hi there, I'm Pam Carr and I'm here today to make an Olivia skinny scarf for you. And we're going to be using this, I've got a ball here that I've taken something apart, and it's Karen Simply Soft. It's a 4 weight worsted weight. In the UK you'll call it aran. And I'm going to be using a K hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter hook. And to start this off, we're going to be chaining 266, okay? So I'm going to start off making a slip knot. And this is going to be a long scarf. It's going to be about 76 inches long and 4 inches wide. So it's a real skinny scarf, and they look so cool. They really are beautiful. So we're going to start off chaining. So yarn over, pull it through 1, yarn over, pull it through 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I do have a how to crochet beginners crochet tutorial, episode 1, that shows you how to make a slip knot and how to chain. So if you want to go and check that one out and then come back here, but I'm going to go ahead and chain 266 and then come back. Okay, so I've done 266. Now remember, don't chain it really tight. Try and keep your chains loose so that that one side of the scarf doesn't get pulled tight. Sometimes if you chain really tight and then you start to crochet, it loosens up as you work each row, and the beginning row sort of pulls things tight. So try and crochet quite a loose chain. So that's 266. Now what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook and then into each of the chains all the way down. So we're going to look here, and you'll see that there's the one that's on the hook, there's this one, and this one. So we're going to count 1. We don't count the one that's on the hook. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to double crochet into that one. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook and put it into that 3rd chain from the hook. Yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. That's a double crochet. And now when we finish at the end of this row, we're only going to have 264 because we didn't use those first 2 chains, right? So we're 2 less. Yarn over, go right into the next one, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. And once again, I do have a tutorial devoted to teaching you how to double crochet, left and right-handed. So you can always check those out. So we are going to work all the way down this chain. I'm sort of doing this in the air so I can be close to the camera for you. So all the way down, doing a double crochet into each chain. We always go right into the next one. There's one double crochet, yarn over, then we look for the next one, right into there. Easy peasy, all the way down until we've got our 264 double crochets, and I'll see you at the end. Hi there, so here we are, we're at the last few stitches here, so I thought we could just do those together. Double crocheting in each of these chains. It's a long scarf. But people have asked me to do this, the people who saw my reel on my Instagram. And it was quite a while ago, but it just takes me forever. And what happens is I live on an island and it's really slow to upload. So I'm at my daughter's, so I thought I'm going to try and get some YouTube videos done while I'm on the mainland with good Wi-Fi. And I can upload things a little bit faster. So yeah, we get to the end of here. And then we're going to chain 5 and turn our work, okay? And why we're chaining 5 is that's going to act as, here's the last one, go in there, okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, so that's like a double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. So it acts as a double crochet and a chain 2 because we're going to make kind of a square window sort of effect on this row, on row 2. So now what we're going to do, we've chained our 5 and we're going to skip 2 stitches, okay? So we're going to look at this. and we're going to skip 2 stitches. Okay, so that's 1, 2. So we are going to double crochet into that 3rd stitch, and then that sort of acts as if it's a double crochet and a chain 2. So now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to skip the next 2, 1, 2, and we are going to double crochet into the 3rd stitch. See how that opens up a nice little window there for us? Okay, so now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and we're going to double crochet into the 3rd one. Chain 2, skip 2, double crochet into the 3rd one. And you see how your work is starting to look? Got that beautiful foundation row of double crochet, and now we're going to make all these little windows all the way down. Chain 2, skip 2, double crochet into the 3rd stitch, and I'll see you at the end of another long row. So here we are. You can see I've done my chain 2, skip 2, double crochet into the next one. I've just done my last double crochet here to clear the way here so you can see what's going on. And I have chained 2. I'm going to skip the last 2, and I'm going to double crochet into that last stitch there. Okay. Now to go into row 3, what we're going to do before we turn, we're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to turn our work. And now we are going to be skipping 2 stitches, so I got to organize my yarn here. So we're going to skip these 2 stitches that the chains there, and we are going to double crochet into the first double crochet, and that is, here's the double crochet, and I always work into this right in front. I don't go into the top, I go into the one in front of it like that, to a double crochet. Okay, now we're going to count these 2 chains, and we're going to go into the front of the double crochet there. So it's sort of skipping 2 stitches, chaining 2 all the time. Well, I didn't do that last here, you see, that's why I'm working ahead of myself here. Chain 2, skip 2, double crochet into the beginning, the top of that double crochet. You can either go on either side as long as you're consistent, right? Chain 2, skip the 2 chains, and I go in. You can go into the top here. I go in front. Chain 2, skip 2, go in to the top of the double crochet on the row below. Okay, and there you see our rows are continuing. Chain 2, right, so here we are at the end of row 2. I've chained 2, and I am now going to double crochet into the, skip 2 and double crochet into that turning chain from the previous row. I guess it's chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn your work. Okay, now this next row we've already done with that chain 5, that the first 3 are acting as a double crochet, then we've got our chain 2, so we are going to be double crocheting into the top of the double crochet from the row below. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to go into the top of the double crochet. Yarn over, go into the top, chain 2, ready to go on to the next, and you'll see how that's making the squares again. So we've chained 2, so we're going to go into the top That's this space here. Double crochet, chain 2, and you can see that they're hooked. We have 88 windows across if you've done it with the same amount of chains to start as I did. So we are going to work row 1, 2, row 3, and then we are going to do row 4 and 5 exactly the same as this. So we're just going to chain 2, skip 2, go into the top of the double crochet row below, all the way across. Chain 5, turn your work, skip 2, double crochet into the top of the double crochet row below. Okay, so we're going to do this one, and then we're going to do 2 more rows. So we will end up at the end of row 5. This is 1, 2, so we're going to do 3, 4, 5 in this way. Okay, chaining 2, double crocheting into the very top of the double crochet from the row below. Okay, see you back. So here we are at the end of row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, we count up to the third chain of the chain 5 in the previous. We do a double crochet into the top of there. Now we're going to chain 3, or chain 2, I think chain 2, and turn the work. Okay, so now we're going to be working on row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is going to be a double crochet. So what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet into each of the chain 2 stitches. 1, into the top of this one, 2, and then we're going to double crochet into the top of the double crochet from the row below like we've been doing all along, but instead of chaining 2 all the time in between, we're going to be double crocheting into each of those 2 chains. Okay, you can actually find them better if you turn the work this way. You can see there's 1 there and 2 there. Then into the top. So I'm doing, here we go, 1, 2, over the chains, and then into the top, and this is how it looks. See that? Do it again. Here I'm going in from the front. You can do whichever works easiest for you. For me, going in from the front is easier, and then going into the top of the previous double crochet. 1, 2 chains, and then into the top of the double crochet. Into the top of the 2 chains. No, sorry, into each of the 2 chain stitches, not into the top. 1, 2, and then into the top of the double crochet. And this is what we have, and that's how our skinny scarf is going to look. Okay, so I want you to go in, double crochet all the way down, making 2, 1 double crochet into each of the chain 2s from the previous row, and then a double crochet into the very top of each double crochet from the row below. Okay, see you at the end, and then we're done with our skinny scarf. So here we are at the end of the final row. As you can see, I have done 2 double crochet into each of the 2 chain stitches, 1 in the middle of the double crochet from the previous round, a double crochet in each of the chain 2s all the way across. So now we're at the end, and we're left with this chain 5 from the previous row. So we are going to do a double crochet into the top of the first chain, or into the first chain. You just have to sort of go into the holes there. It's not really easy to find, and you don't need to be worrying as long as you can do your 2 double crochets into the first 2 chains of the chain 5 from the row below. And then we're going to do the third one into the 1, 2, third chain from the previous chain 5. And then that is it. And we are going to cut the yarn and pull it through. And that is how the end is going to look. And here we have our long, skinny scarf. I've called it an Olivia scarf. And we've got the double crochet rows at the top and the bottom, and these nice windows in between. And this pattern is free on my blog, the Olivia Skinny Scarf. Free on my blog. I'll link it in the comments below. And also, it's for sale in my Etsy shop as a PDF, and you can get 30% off the price of that using the coupon code that will be in the description below. So I'll link it to the Etsy listing, and just when you get there, enter the coupon code and you'll get 30% off the price of the pattern in my Etsy shop. So yeah, you can watch the video, you can get the free pattern on the link to my blog post in the description below, and you can also buy the PDF 30% off from my Etsy shop. So check out the description below. And I forgot to mention that of course we're going to weave in the ends. So don't forget to weave in the ends before you wear your Olivia Skinny Scarf. Yeah, please like and share this video as much as you like, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of my videos. Click on the bell and you'll be notified of any new videos that come out. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you love your Olivia Skinny Scarf. Thank you.